Hello and welcome everybody to this big celebration of sporting knowledge and excellence. The stage is now set for the semi-final in this Ultimate Sports Quiz 2022. Remember, we started with 54 school students from 27 schools, 22 cities across the country. We are now in the top 9 with the semi-finals and they're inching closer to this winning spot. Let's call the first set of teams for the semi-finals. The team from DPS Ruby Park, Kolkata, slightly one-sided game. They got 110 in their preliminary to reach this stage. Let's call on Prachurjo Dattaroy and Vaibhav Prasad from DPS Ruby Park. Good to see you guys again. Let's get a couple of your opponents along. Our second team to enter the stage is PSBB Nagar, Chennai. They had a relatively low-scoring round. They came through as the winners, but they did well enough to win, scoring 65 points. R. Shamsundar Arjun Anantakrishnan from PSBB Chennai. The final team of this semi-final round is Sunbeam School Lahartara from Varanasi. Theirs was one of the most closely fought wins of the series. They managed to make a place in the semi-final with 105 points. Shashwat Mishra and Ayushman Dubey from Sunbeam Lahartara, Varanasi. Right, each of you three teams has won once before to come here, so I presume you're full of confidence. But DPS Kolkata, anything you might... Did you look back at what happened in the previous game and say we could have done better or we were fine?
Yes, it was a solid question.
That's okay, but you got many right, didn't you?
We did.
PSBB, yours was a relatively low-scoring game. Are you confident?
Yeah.
Did you look back at what you did right, what you did wrong, anything you can do better?
We just went for a strategy and stuck to it. And this time, according to the situation, we'll modify our game plan and go for it.
We'll wait and see. You've got a great tradition of quizzing, so I'm looking to see you take that forward. Now let's go and meet Sunbeam Varanasi. What memories? You like Fortius, don't you?
Yes, definitely.
And you like the buzzer, don't you?
Yes. We will try to be more and more vigilant in the first 2 rounds as well, especially on the buzzer.
This time we've got 3 teams, all of which are very good, so I'm expecting a very high standard of quizzing. Remember the winners of this series? They received this magnificent trophy for their school. So all 3 finalists, big dreamers of this contest, they're in for a hearty reward. Remember, a reward that will make their dream of watching their favorite sport live come true. It's an all-expenses-paid trip sponsored by Dream, Set, Go. A world where your dreams of watching any leading sporting game live is tailored into an unforgettable experience. The teams need to compete one more time to find a place in the final. But remember, once they get into the final, they start getting eligible for a whole host of prizes. So there's so much riding on this today. It's time to go into our first round. Let's play CITIUS. CITIUS is all about focus, concentration, speed, about grids and blocks and tile structures. They get a 7x7 square. It's a letter maze, 5 names to guess for 5 points each. The names can be arranged left to right or top to bottom. As you know, it could be first names or last names, sports persons, so just sport-related terms, all linked by a theme. Now, if you get all 5 correct, you get 5 points as a bonus as well. So you finish with 30 points. Then you can get another 10-point bonus if you answer the connection question right. Remember, the bonus question will pass to the others if the assigned team fails to answer it. There's no negative points in this round. So let's start. Let's start with DPS Kolkata. Let's get into your grid first. Major League Baseball teams. Your time starts now.
Yankees.
Yankees 1.
Braves.
Braves 2.
Tigers.
Tigers 3.
Pirates.
Pirates 4.
Giants.
Giants 5. The clock. You beat the clock. The clock was still running even after you finished. They got that in 7 seconds. Follow a lot of Major League Baseball, obviously. You just know the team's names.
I play a lot of word puzzles.
Wonderful. So you got yourself 30 points. Now let's see if you can get the connecting question, the bonus question. They went so fast. Here it is. Here's your bonus question. Which of these teams has won the most number of Major League Baseball World Series titles? Which of these 5 has won the Major League Baseball World Series title the most number of times? DPS Ruby Park.
New York Yankees.
Is correct. What a start. You've got all 40 points and now you can look left and say, right, we've set the pace now. Let's see how all the others come through. PSBB, KK Nagar, Chennai. And let's see what your grid is all about. Domestic tournaments and trophies of India.
Deodar,
Deodar,
Ranji,
Ranji,
Santosh, Dulip, Santosh, Dulip, and Irani.
Were you just trying to get them right or were you trying to match them on time? Because the clock stopped on 22 and you actually finished a little before 22, which is exactly where DPS Ruby Park finished. So this is going to be some contest. 30 points already in your bag. Here is your bonus question, your connecting question. Which of these is awarded for an interstate football tournament? PSBB, KK Nagar, Chennai.
The Santosh Trophy.
Of course it is. Of course it is. They are so fast. We talked about focus and concentration. All that leads to speed, and this is unreal speed from these two teams. The Santosh Trophy is indeed the right answer. Sunbeam, let's see how you go about it. Here's your grid coming up. World heavyweight boxers.
Frazier,
Frazier,
Foreman,
Foreman,
Joshua, Tyson,
Got
Savon,
four.
Savon.
Savon is right. Absolutely right. They got all five and they got them in really good time. Let's see how good you are in your bonus question. Here we go. This is your bonus question. Which of these has never been a world heavyweight boxing champion? Which of these has never been a world heavyweight boxing champion?
We'll go with George Foreman.
Question passes. Who's first? DPS, Ruby Park.
Felix Savon.
Felix Savon is right. Well done, DPS, Kolkata. CITIUS was about speed. These were like Formula One drivers going off the grid. Let's take a look at the scores then. Right, Sunbeam, Varanasi, Fortius is their speciality, so they've done all right in CITIUS with 30 points. PSBB, Chennai, you did everything that was asked of you. You're on 40. And DPS Ruby Park, you started well. 10-point lead, but as all three of you know, CITIUS is one part of it all. There's loads more points to be won, especially as we go into our next round, where we check not only speed, but we also check the depth of knowledge. We are getting into ALTIUS. They reduce the lead difference to just 5 points with 3 questions to play. Everything to play for. Place in the final, remember. Here is question number 8. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Sports Quiz 2022. We've had a cracking round of CITIUS so far with 3 very good teams. Now let's see how they go about it in our next round. We are ready to play ALTIUS. 6 subjects on display in a grid from which they have to choose. Each subject has 3 questions underneath. Questions are worth 5, 10 or 20 points. Teams that are trailing at the end of round 1, they get to pick the subject first. They can either pick 5, 10 or 20. There's no negatives with 5 points. There's 5 negative points if you choose the 10-pointer and 10 negative points if you go in for the 20-pointer in case there's an incorrect answer. However, should they choose to pass a 10 or 20-pointer, there is no negative associated with it. But the teams that hit the buzzer, they've opted for the question, so there will be negative points associated with those. We're going to start today with Sunbeam from Varanasi. Let's offer them the grid first. Okay, Sunbeam, choose a subject first.
We'll take football trios.
Football trios. 5, 10 or 20?
10.
Okay. 10 points. Sunbeam are going a little adventurous early on. Sometimes people start with 5. So here's your 10-point question on football trios. The iconic Barcelona trio of MSN included Messi, Neymar, and which Uruguayan striker?
This is Luis Suarez.
It's way too simple for you, isn't it? Luis Suarez. Excellent, Luis Suarez. That was a good way to start. Let's go on to PSBB Chennai. Let's offer you the grid once again. Right, what are you going with?
Football trios.
Okay.
And a 20-pointer.
The 20-pointer. Wow, I love that confidence, man. I hope you get it. Here is your 20-pointer. Nicknamed the Holy Trinity, George Best, Dennis Law and Sir Bobby Charlton formed the attacking trio at which English club in the late 1960s? PSBB Nagar.
Is it Manchester United?
You seem a little uncertain. You didn't need to be. It was, of course, Manchester United. Now, DPS, Ruby Park, Kolkata, the pressure's on you. Let's see what choice you make on the grid. Out of all those options, what are you going with?
Sporting nicknames.
Sporting nicknames, okay? 5, 10 or 20?
10.
Okay, 10. Here's your 10-pointer on sporting nicknames. Which West Indian bowler was nicknamed Whispering Death due to his quiet, soft approach to the bowling crease?
We're passing.
Pass. Sunbeam.
Michael Holding. He was given this nickname by Dickie Bird.
Doesn't matter who gave him the nickname. The answer was Michael Holding. We'll take Michael Holding as the answer. Well done. Right, so Sunbeam picked up the bonus points there, but DPS RP did not lose points. This is some round. It's 50, 60, 50. Sunbeam, your chance to go on the grid one final time. Here we go. Right, what are you going with?
We'll take deadly bowling pairs.
You'll take deadly bowling pairs. And?
A 10-pointer.
Okay, 10-pointer. Sunbeam Varanasi, this to catch up with PSBB Nagar. Your 10-pointer on deadly bowling pairs. Here it is. Which two sultans of swing from Pakistan took 559 wickets in the 61 tests that they played together through the 90s? Sunbeam.
Wasim Akram and Waqar Yunus.
Wasim Akram and Waqar Yunus, 559 wickets in 61 tests is indeed the correct answer. And when the two were on, you didn't quite know which end to go to. It was terrifying to watch those two in full flow. Okay, you got your 10 points. You've caught up with PSBB Chennai, but they have a question in hand. Let's offer you the grid once again. And you're going with?
Football trios.
Football trios, okay?
5-pointer.
And that's a 5. Because I think they're trying to play safe. Let's see if you get it. Here's your question. Which Portuguese completed the title-winning Real Madrid trio called BBC between 2013 and 2018? Benzema, Bale, and...
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes! So you went safe with the 5-pointer. You got the 5-pointer. You're on 65. But the focus now shifts to DPS Ruby Park, who made all the early running. We've got a question in hand to make this really, really close at the end of ALTIUS. DPS Ruby Park, here's your grid. And your choice is?
Sporting nicknames.
Sporting nicknames. 5 or 20?
5.
Okay, DPS Ruby Park to stay in contention. 5 points on sporting nicknames. Here's your question. Which basketball legend called himself the Black Mamba due to a desire for his basketball skills to mimic a snake's ability to strike with accuracy? Which basketball legend are we talking about?
LeBron James.
Question passes. Okay, PSBB Chennai, you went first. The answer is?
Kobe Bryant.
Is Kobe Bryant indeed. What a round we've had. We've had 10s, we've had 20s, and we've had a very good team like DPS Ruby Park just slipping on the 5-pointers. But everybody is in contention. Let's look at the scoreboard at the end of ALTIUS. Okay, DPS Ruby Park 50, but you're still within range. Sunbeam Varanasi so aggressive on the buzzers. They're on 60. And PSBB Chennai a little quieter. They're on 70. But what a contest we've got on our hands. And before we go into a break, we've got a question for you as well from Sport. The 2022 film Shabash Mithu, starring Tapsi Pannu, is based on the life of which Indian cricketing legend? You've got time while we're in the break. Let's see how you go on that. We'll give you the answer when we come back after the break. When we come back, we're into Fortius. We go into the last question to decide which one of these excellent teams actually goes through to the final. I'm getting a bit breathless myself. Welcome back. This is the Ultimate Sports Quiz 2022 with three outstanding teams that will constantly take your breath away. We had a question for you. This was about the 2022 film Shabash Mithu, starring Tapsi Pannu, based on the life of which Indian cricketing legend? And the answer, of course, I'm sure a lot of you got it, was Mithali Raj. It's been fantastic to have her around in Indian women's cricket. It's fantastic to have these three teams as well. The standard of quizzing is just at another level so far. But let's see what happens when we go into our last round, because there's a lot of pressure there as well. We're going to play Fortius. Okay, heading towards the decider, the teams are going to play one more round. The rules are very simple. One team member has to step aside and sit on the bench. The other goes out and plays. The team captain will decide which of the two ends up playing. There's 10 points for a correct answer, -5 for a wrong one. But after 5 questions, the captain can opt for a substitution. They can swap players. If someone's out of form, it doesn't matter. They can swap that. So that's where we are. There's very, very little to choose between the two sides. Let's see what their game plan is going to be. Who's going to play? Who's going to go? DPS, Ruby Park, Kolkata. Prashurjo and Vaibhav.
I'm playing.
Prashurjo's playing. Okay, Vaibhav, just hang in there. Let's go to Sham and Arjun at PSBB Nagar.
I'm playing. He's.
Okay, Sham is playing. Arjun will watch. Sunbeam, Varanasi, Shashwat and Ayushman. I think I know the answer.
I'll play.
Okay, Shashwat will play. Ayushman will go away. So Ayushman, Arjun, Vaibhav, head off into the dugout. Wish your teams well. 100 points at stake, but you could lose points too. So I'd love to see how these teams played. Let's start Fortius. Here is question number 1. Which Arjuna awardee shuttler, along with mixed doubles partner V. Diju, became India's first doubles pair ranked in the world top 10 of badminton? Which Arjuna awardee shuttler, along with her mixed doubles partner V. Diju, became India's first doubles pair ranked in the top 10 in world badminton? DPS, PSBB, Sunbeam, suddenly the -5s are playing on their mind. No one going for it. Sunbeam's passing, PSBB passing, DPS you're passing. Let's go to your partners. Anyone's got the answer? Ayushman?
I guess it is Jwala Gatta.
And if you were here, you'd have got it right. It is Jwala Gutta. Well done. That just tells you how good these teams are over here. Okay, one down. Let's go into question number 2. Sir Neville Chamberlain is credited with inventing which cue sport while serving in Jabalpur, India? Yes, Sunbeam.
Snooker.
Is correct. Snooker. Well done, Sunbeam. Shashwat on the buzzer once again. For the benefit of all of you, they went for it so quickly. Here's the question. Sir Neville Chamberlain is credited with inventing which cue sport while serving in Jabalpur, India in 1875? That was the question. 2 questions gone, 8 to play, lots of points. Here's question number 3. In which Olympic sport will you come across these terms? Backflip. Sunbeam.
Diving.
Question passes. DPS, you did hit the buzzer?
Gymnastics?
Not gymnastics. PSBB, I could complete the question for you because they went early, so you still have the option of answering after I've completed the question. In which Olympic sport will you come across these terms? Backflip, axel jump, Bielman spin, and camel spin.
Pass.
Okay, they pass. The answer was figure skating. The answer was figure skating, so that affects our table a little bit. Just to get you up to date, DPS on 45, PSBB on 70, Sunbeam on 65. There's hardly anything to choose. Here is question number 4. Who is the only Australian to win the purple cap in the IPL? Right, DPS.
Andrew Tai.
What an answer. Andrew Tai. Well done, DPS. Ruby Park, Kolkata. That means you've got yourself 10 points. It's getting even closer. Here's question number 5 in Fortius. Which Indian is the only tennis player to compete at 7 editions of the Olympic Games? Who went first? Sunbeam went first.
Leander Pace.
Is Leander Pace. They love this round. They go quickly on the buzzer. Shashwat has got the points again for his side. But the question is, do you want to change or are you happy with where you are?
We're changing.
You're changing? Okay. So PSBB are making a substitution. Come along. Right, let's see how you go about it, Arjun. Just stay calm, relax. 5 questions, 50 points. Potentially, you could lose 25. It's all about backing yourself, playing the buzzer. Remember, at stake, a place in the final. The moment you get in the final, you have access to all those fabulous prizes, so much to play for. Here's question number 6. Which Premier League club from Yorkshire, who share a rivalry with Manchester United, play at Ellen Road? First on the buzzer, once again, Sunbeam.
Leeds United.
Is Leeds United. Well done on the buzzer, Sunbeam. You're moving ahead in this round of Fortius. Let's go to question number 7, 4 to play. Which star has won the most number of Australian Open singles titles? The most number of Australian Open singles titles. Which star? PSBB.
Novak Djokovic.
Oh, you was a little worried. He just mumbled it. Novak Djokovic. He loves the Australian Open. Your answer is correct. Novak Djokovic it is. And so they reduce the lead difference to just 5 points with 3 questions to play. And guess what, DPS, you get these right. You're in the action as well. Everything to play for. Place in the final, remember. Here is question number 8. Which wicket-keeper ran out Martin Guptill? DPS.
Dhoni. MS Dhoni.
No. Anyone else gone for the buzzer? Do you want me to complete the question? No one else. Which wicket-keeper ran out Martin Guptill in the finals super over to help England win their first ever ICC ODI? PSBB?
Josh Butler.
Joss Butler, PSBB are coming storming back into this round. The full question, of course, was which wicketkeeper ran out Martin Guptill in the final super over to help England win their first ever ICC ODI Cricket World Cup in 2019. What a night that was. The scores are tied. You go into a super over, you go into the countback. And of course, as a result of that game, the countbacks are all gone. You keep on playing super overs. 2 questions left. I'm getting a bit breathless myself. 5 points separate PSBB Chennai and Sunbeam Varanasi. Here is question number 9. At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, which Indian wrestler won a bronze medal by defeating Kazakhstan's Daulat Niazbekov by a margin of 8-0? They're all passing. That means there's only one left. Everybody passes. Any one of you?
Bajrang Punia.
Is Bajrang Punia was the answer that I was looking for. And so, we go into the last question to decide which one of these excellent teams actually goes through to the final. Once you go into the final, the world opens up for you all those prizes that we talked about. Here is the last question in this first semi-final. West Indian spinner Narsingh Dev Narayan dismissed which legendary cricketer in his last innings in Test and International cricket in 2013? Sunbeam,
Sachin Tendulkar.
you're absolutely certain.
No. But he played his last match in 2013.
Sachin Tendulkar is the right answer. Well done, Sunbeam Varanasi. Sachin Tendulkar is the right answer. The West Indian spinner Narsingh Dev Narayan dismissed which legendary cricketer in his last innings in Test and International cricket in 2013? The answer was Sachin Tendulkar, who grabbed that catch and slip.
Darren Sammy.
Darren Sammy, yes indeed. The answer came from Sham. Tendulkar was gone and the entire stadium went quiet. But what a round we've had. Hardly anything to choose between the two teams. One team just sneaking ahead, one team just falling at the very last hurdle. We've had 3 wonderful participants as well sitting there. They knew some of the answers. They weren't under pressure to deliver. So can we get the 3 of you to come along and join your teammates as well? And congratulations on an absolutely fabulous round of quizzing. Let's take a look at the scoreboard one final time. DPS were in the hunt for a major part of it all with 50 points. PSBB Chennai, what a fabulous performance from you. You're just very solid old school quizzers, the 2 of you, Sham and Arjun. Well done with 90 points. But our winners today, Shashwat and Ayushman from Sunbeam Lahartara Varanasi with 95 points. Congratulations, you did really, really well. One semi-final done, 2 to go. Stay tuned to know which of these school teams will lay claim to the other 2 spots in the finals. For now, I hope you enjoyed the thriller. It's time to say goodbye and congratulations to Sunbeam.